Cuphead and his pal Mugman, they like to roll the dice. By chance they came upon Devil's Game, and gosh, they paid the price. Paid the price.
The Cuphead game is fantastic. I think we all know this by now. It's an indie game that was developed by, published by Studio MDHR, and after making a deal with the devil, Cuphead and Mugman, they have to go around and collect souls for the devil, effectively, and that's pretty much it. It's heavily focused on boss battles and some run and gun levels and whatnot, but the art style is fantastic, reminiscent of, you know, the early 1900s animation styles, and the game is really challenging but does offer casual modes for each game. And this isn't going to be a review of the game. I just wanted to make a small video talking about why I think Cuphead is amazing, and that if you haven't tried it and it's a game that you've always wanted to try, please just get it. Just go out and get it. It's just recently had DLC. I haven't picked up the DLC yet because I haven't beaten Cuphead, again, hence why there's no main review for it. But I just pick it up and play it, and I will be honest, I tempt bosses on the normal game difficulty, but if I can't do it, I do turn it down to casual, and sometimes even then I can't do it. Now, I'm not a tryhard, I'm not a sweat, I love the game so much. It's kind of like Dark Souls games. The only game that I've ever, you know, beaten Dark Souls wise is Elden Ring. I've never beaten any of the Dark Souls games, and I'm getting my way through Sekiro. I've never beaten Bloodborne or Demon Souls, but I'm getting to it. You know, I am getting to it. I play far too many games. I should really knuckle down and just, you know, get a little bit better at some of the games. But Cuphead is just a game that is so rewarding. It is effectively the Dark Souls of side-scrollers. It's incredibly challenging. It's got, like I said, the art style is phenomenal. The bosses are really imaginative and inventive, and the overworld you get to run around in, and you listen to the music. It is a 10 out of 10 game, 100%. If I was to give a score to it, it would 100% be a 10 out of 10. And I do hope we see a Cuphead 2 at some point in the future, where they may, I don't know, may try something a bit different, or just do more of the same, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of deal. But the fact that you get to just run around on this map, and there are certain levels that like, there was one, for example, where you had to defend a sarcophagus in this tomb thing against ghosts, and I kept dying because I had no idea what to do. But you can do like an attack double jump kind of thing, and it was that. There's no shame in saying that I googled a couple of walkthroughs and whatnot. You know, we're all human at the end of the day. I'm not perfect at video games, and as soon as I saw it was something that simple, I was like, oh, god damn it, that's all I have to do. Great. But then I did it, and then it's a great feeling, especially when you go up against a boss. You learn the pattern, you get it down, and then you finally beat that boss, and you progress through the game, and you move on and on and on. It does also have co-op as well, local co-op with well, whoever you want to play local co-op with. That's pretty cool. Yeah, just I haven't watched the animated show on Netflix, so I don't know if that's any good or if it's just specifically for children. I'm not sure. I can't imagine that the game is meant to be for children, because like I said, it's very difficult, and I'm 34 and I still get my ass kicked on it. But it does have some fantastic run and gun levels where you literally just fire things out of your finger, like, you know, as a kid when you use your hand as a gun. There's that, but those levels are super challenging, so don't just think it's the bosses that are challenging. The run and gun levels are really challenging. And like the levels, like I said, where you have to guard that sarcophagus and get bombarded with ghosts. The game is just so good, and I hadn't made a video on it up until now, and I just wanted to make a video and just get my opinion out there for any of my subscribers that were interested. I mean, you might not be, but you know, if you were, Cuphead is fantastic. If I was to review it today, it would be a 10 out of 10. 100% pick up and buy. Great game. It's quite cheap. The DLC is quite cheap. Like I said, I haven't played DLC, so I don't really know about that yet. But yeah, definitely Cuphead, Don't Deal with the Devil is a fantastic boss run and gun side scroller thing that just kicks people's asses. But let me know in the comments down below if you've played it or if you've completed it, and if you've got any tips for anybody. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.